Hi, and welcome to the Clarity New Features and Supportability video series for Release 16.2.0. My name is Catherine Ellis, and I'm a Clarity Product Manager. In this video, I'll show you some nice enhancements to the Tasks module and help you understand how you can use the new timeline layout within the Tasks workspace across investments. In this demonstration, you'll see how to show the Today marker on the timeline in the Investments Task module. Let's review the existing timeline on the Tasks module within a project. Tasks are available for any investment type except ideas. Looking at the View options, a toggle to Show Today displays a vertical marker within the timeline. If Today falls within the duration of this investment, you'll see the Today marker. In this demonstration, you'll see how to copy tasks within the current investment using the timeline or the grid. Let's explore the capability to copy tasks within an investment using the timeline. The deployment and quality phase grouping has subtasks with dependencies between them. The milestone has a dependency to the lessons learned task not within this group. There's also a subproject within this parent task group. When a subproject is added to the project WBS, it is often referred to as a proxy task. Expanding the subproject shows the WBS for that project. The subproject proxy task cannot be copied, and its tasks cannot be copied within the master project WBS. To do that, you'll need to go directly into the subproject to perform this action. Let's copy this phase and look at the outcome. The entire phase is copied except for the subproject proxy task and is inserted after the original phase within the WBS. Relevant associated data is copied. Actuals from the original tasks are converted to ETCs. Let's examine the dependency lines. Looking at the original milestone task, there are 3 dependencies. One of the dependencies is to the lessons learned task outside this phase. The newly copied milestone task shows only 2 dependencies were copied. The lessons learned task is not included in the copy action for it to become the new successor task to the newly copied milestone task. Now let's look at the outcome of copying a single task. The usability and user acceptance testing task is copied and inserted directly after the original task. No dependency lines are copied when a single task is copied. Let's explore the tasks grid for copying multiple tasks. First, let's determine which tasks to copy from the grid. We'll copy the milestone for initiating process and the 2 tasks within the planning phase for defining scope change and risk mitigation planning. Each of these original tasks have dependencies and some actual effort posted. Our list of tasks is organized using the WBS sort order, and I've added the parent name field to help us relate this flat list to the timeline. Using the multi-select action to copy allows us to copy only these 3 tasks. Using the right-click action is also available. Relevant associated data is copied. Actuals from the original tasks are converted into ETCs. Let's take a quick look at the timeline to see how these newly copied tasks appear in the WBS. Each parent or single tasks are inserted into the timeline as expected. If both tasks with a dependency are copied at the same time, the dependency lines are copied. Let's take a look at one final use case. Here is a parent task for new scope review. It has some subtasks. From the grid, I'll select the parent task and the first 2 subtasks to copy. The 2 subtasks are inserted into the WBS immediately after the original tasks as expected. As for the parent task, it is also inserted immediately after the original parent task on the same level, and it is now classified as a regular task for which it is shown by looking at the Is Task column. Going back to the timeline, it'll be easier to visualize the outcome of this copy action. The new task for the new scope review is in the proper location as it is next to the task on the same level as the original task. The 2 subtasks are shown in the expected location within the original parent because they were selectively copied and inserted next to their original tasks. Now we can move the new subtasks from their current location under this task to make it become a parent task. Within this demonstration, you'll see how to use the timeline page in the Tasks workspace or in a Hierarchy Tasks module. Let's navigate to the Tasks workspace to explore task activities across multiple investments. The timeline layout is divided into a work breakdown structure on the left with an alphabetical list of investments, and on the right the timeline area. Throughout Clarity, periods are based on the default entity fiscal periods defined by the Clarity administrator. All tasks timelines will use the standard calendar periods. Let's take a look at how to configure the calendar periods. The View options allow you to select the smart type of periods for a quick and simple configuration. The fiscal periods won't be listed in the pull-down for the start period or the end period fields, as they are not relevant for this workspace. If you want to go backward or forward further in time to view more periods, using the Duration option is for you. Let's configure our view using the Duration option. The current period is selected for the start. Let's enter a 8 for the total number of periods to display. And to view prior periods, we'll enter in a -6 in the offset field. The timeline is adjusted to start 6 months from the current period for a total of 8 months. Let's color the task bars by the status field so that we can quickly identify tasks that have started or completed. Finally, let's ensure the task dependency lines are visible. Further personalized views can be created to add columns or filter the data. Now that we have personalized the view, let's explore it in detail, focusing on the activities that can be performed within this task-centric workspace. On the left is our list of investments, which displays a blue timeline bar to cover the duration of the tasks within the investments. This row is referred to as the investment grouping row. This grouping row won't have any information shown in the details flyout. The first column displays a dynamic row number or WBS number. It has no relationship to the actual WBS sort order of the tasks and is only available as a fixed column in the timeline. It is important to understand that this number is dynamic and will change based on the rows that are currently listed in the timeline. It's used to identify relationships between the tasks when viewing and managing dependencies. Expanding the investment grouping row reveals all tasks associated with the investment. Master projects are the only type of investment to include a subproject in the WBS. Here's a subproject, and when this proxy task is expanded, all tasks within the subproject are listed. Let's collapse some of these other phases so that the actual subproject is also visible in the list. We can now see the proxy task for the subproject Payment API work within the Master Project Able Payments module. And the last item, number 10, shows the actual subproject for the Payment API work. As you can see, we can expand and collapse the subproject within the Master Project. If you decide to go to the subproject itself to expand it, the subproject grouping under the Master will collapse. Conversely, if the subproject itself is already expanded, it will automatically collapse when taking the action to expand the same project under the Master Project. Tasks can be modified or deleted within this workspace. Additional actions to create new tasks, copy tasks, or use scheduling are only available within the specific investment, which can be accessed by clicking the hyperlink on the name of the investment. Each investment is associated with a specific blueprint which dictates the configuration of the details flyout within the Tasks module. Here you can see how the tabs are set up for this investment. Let's return to the Tasks Cross-Investment workspace and look at the details flyout. It is the same configuration here, and looking at another investment using a different blueprint shows a different set of tabs. Looking at the timeline, you can see the progress of the tasks started based on the % complete field. To understand the colors shown for the task bars, open the Legend tab. Let's explore modifying the task bars within the timeline with a focus on the dependencies between tasks. With the introduction of this timeline within the cross-investment workspace, the manager has the ability to view the tasks across multiple investments and therefore has the ability to draw dependency lines between tasks from different investments, creating external dependencies. Let's take a look at this task from a project. The task can be moved forward and it can be moved up and down within the investment WBS, but it cannot be moved into another investment. We'll draw a dependency line to link this task to the next milestone on another investment. As you can see, the Cloud Transformation Program is a program type of investment, not a project, and it is associated with a different blueprint. Now these two tasks from different investments are linked through a dependency. Another method to create dependency lines is through the predecessor or successor fields by manually updating the fields using the dynamic row WBS number references. Linking the tasks using the dependency properties are informational only and don't have any impact to moving or adjusting task dates manually. Currently, the only impact of the properties for the dependencies is when the auto-schedule, PPM Gantt, or other schedulers are used for project-type investments. When the investment blueprint exposes different subtabs for the details flyout, you can also take actions to manage assignments, to-dos, links, and conversations. Now that you have an understanding of how the timeline works here, the Hierarchy Tasks module provides similar capabilities to view and manage tasks across investments. Within the context of a hierarchy, the timeline provides a list of investments pulled into the hierarchy, and when the primary investment is expanded, it shows a list of subtasks with one key difference. The ability to expand the subproject proxy task within a master project is not available here. The configuration of the details flyout here displays the subtabs based on the configuration of the tasks module defined within the hierarchy blueprint and does not use the configuration from the blueprint associated with the different investments listed. Thank you for your attention. By having the ability to copy tasks, managers can easily adjust the timeline to fit their needs and ensure that the planned work is completed on time and within budget. The Today vertical marker also provides the manager with a better understanding of how the timeline of an investment is progressing. Finally, using the new timeline layout within the Tasks workspace or through a hierarchy provides the visibility of planned work for more effective management of planned tasks and dependency relationships across the organization.